So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So let's continue our journey, our discussion of planets through Navamsa Chart in Vedic Astrology. And in this particular video, let's try to understand our dear planet Mars in the 7th house of the D-9 chart and what are going to be the results, whether positive, negative, that are associated with this Mangal Graha. Let's try to understand in this video. Also, if you want to deeply understand what is the 7th house of the D9 chart and how this is differentiated from the D1 chart, you can watch the video of 7th house of Navamsa Kundli. You can find it in the playlist of Navamsa, okay? Although in this video, I'm also going to describe you with regards to what is the 7th house of D9 chart, and then we will try to study or merge the energy of Mangal up there. Mangal is Mars, okay? First of all, 7th house of the D9 chart represents the exact physical character of your spouse or life partner. Planet which is sitting up there is going to be the actual representation. If you want to study the looks, just outer personality, outer looks, like how the body structure, eyes, skin color is going to be, pay attention towards the planet up there. This is going to show us the exact indication. Secondly, this planet also governs or show us the emotional aspect of your partner. Now, if you want to understand how well your partner have the capacity to connect with you from the emotional standpoint of view, it's seen through that part. Even affliction to the planet sitting in 7th house, like Mars, if it is afflicted, it also shows there are going to be certain traumatic experiences which your spouse and life partner have gone in through their life. Then it become also going to create problems of the thought of expressions. Very difficult to express their emotions in front of other person. So that is also going to be the part up there. Even you need to pay attention towards the 7th house lord in the D9 chart. Look where the 7th house lord is going into the D1 chart, because that is going to give us the direction of marriage. Direction simply mean in which direction the marriage is going to take you. It's if the 7th house lord of the D9 chart, if it is sitting maybe in the money houses, 11th house, 2nd house, it means the direction of marriage is going towards the gaining financial security, financial freedom. If it is towards 10th house, it means the direction is towards career. If it is in the 9th house, towards spirituality, finding gurus. If it in the 12th house, going into foreign land, spirituality, spending money also. 4th house, comfort, convenience. 5th house, children. 6th house, disease also, okay? So the direction of the marriage is also seen through the planet that is controlling the 7th house. Apart from this thing, you also need to check the axis. First and the 7th axis of the D9 chart. Look the planets which are actually going to be present up there. Whether it's these houses are full or empty, or there are going to be only few 1-2 planets, or going to be cluster of planets present up there, pay attention towards that part. Even many a times, people after getting married, they tend to go for the business aspect, where husband and wife, they are starting their own business ventures, okay? Now, how you can judge and see, this is from the same house. Although, in order to check whether the partnership business, joint asset creation, these part are going to be beneficial, we need to merge both D1 and D9 chart. We need to study the 8th house, 7th house of of that part, and even the D9 chart also. Apart from this thing, demand of intimacy is also going to be seen through this graha that is sitting up there. Now, first of all, when Mars is actually going to be coming up there, this is going to bring a highly masculine personality. Even if you are a male watching this video, you might be wondering how can female be a masculine. Yes, there are going to be certain females which are going to be masculine. I'm talking about now outer character only. It's not the inner. Maybe from the inside they are very soft, but from the outside their body is just going to be very steel-hard kind of a body, okay? Apart from this thing, Mars is also going to give you a very perfect body structure to the spouse and life partner. In the case of females, it's going to be a curvy structure. In the case of male, it's going to be a very strong wired man. Like I will not say here it's going to be very bulky or gym kind, but it's going to be very strong. If the dignity of this graha is also very powerful, then the inner strength of your partner is going to be very, very strong. Now, I hope you understand the difference between the outer and the inner strength. Sorry. So, the outer strength is actually their outer appearance, and inner mean from the inside you will see that manliness or that masculinity is going to be present up there. And I will tell you many a times, malefics or the Mars in the 7th house actually have the capacity to create a very strong bond with your spouse and life partner, because it's not going to be like benefics. Benefic on the other hand, in the 7th house, they tend to bring the level of insecurity inside the marriage. So if you are having the combination of Mars with other benefics also, then some insecurity is also going to be there. But with Mars, I will tell you, it's going to be a bang on thing in the 7th house. Apart from this thing, Mars, as I told you, also represents the way of emotional connection. Now Mars is actually a highly energetic and Agni Tattva Graha. This represents the fire, and most of the time this is going to give the true intimacy in Vedic astrology. If you want to understand what is intimacy, try to bond with either Mars in the 7th house of D1 or either Mars in the 7th house of the D9 chart. You will find what is intimacy in Vedic astrology. Although it totally depends over what kind of a partner you are going to manifest, but this Mars is also going to give you an aggressive partner who is also going to be having a hell lot of sexual desires, and that is also very necessary with this Mars. If with this Mars, suppose you are finding a partner and you are just looking for, okay, I need a financial secure person, that's it, it's not going to work. Even the billionaires, they are going to file for a divorce actually. So there are going to be many other reasons behind their divorce, but intimacy is going to play a very important role. Apart from this thing, you need to now check the 7th house Lord, where this Mars is posited. Whether it's posited in the house of Saturn, it's in the house of maybe Capricorn, Sagittarius, which zodiac sign, and look where that planet is going in your D1 chart. Because that planet is going to give us the direction of the marriage. It's the combined direction which both husband and wife, they are going to take after their marriage. It's going to be the choice of taking either financial freedom, becoming a spiritual person, or maybe towards the children. That is seen through that part. Even one more important thing, if this Mars is severely afflicted in this horoscope, now the severe affliction to this Mars is not if it is debilitated. Debilitated Mars is also severe affliction, but if the Mars is even exalted but with Ketu or even Rahu, specifically with Ketu, then it represents there are certain ancestral curses present in your horoscope. And you can also check the strength of Mars not only in this divisional chart, in other divisional charts, and look if Mars is going to be with Rahu and Ketu axis in more than 3 divisional charts. This is the exact indication of a Pitru dosha. Now because of that Pitru dosha or ancestral curse, sometime it becomes very difficult for you to grow the family lineage forward. And this thing is going to be 98% or 100% true if Mars is gaining access over the D1 chart into the 5th house. Any zodiac sign, it's the sign of Aries or the sign of Scorpio if it is falling up there. So this is going to create that progeny related problems up there, because I told you Mars is also, it's a malefic graha. Malefic planets also have the capacity to tend to dissipate certain negative traits inside the marriage, and these are going to be connected with the health aspect of your spouse and life partner. Even this Mars also have the capacity to give you the health aspect if its dignity is very weak. So that health related sufferings are going to be seen in this Mangal Graha. You need to be extra cautious if you bond with Mars in the 7th house, specifically focused upon, concentrated upon taking a more well balanced diet rather than looking for junk food or oily food or cholesterol related diet. These are not going to be good for you. Even more important thing, as I told you, the business approach of the like after marriage. Now first of all, Mars is going to do very good in the furniture industry also. Anything wooden work actually. Even any sort of antique pieces, antique luxury and furniture, sofa set, these are connected with this Mangal. Real estate business and transportation business, selling, buying home property, and the transportation business is also connected with this Mars. I have seen many millionaires, many billionaires with this Mangal Graha, and how they have attained their wealth only after the manifestation of their spouse and life partner into their life. Because understand one thing, the activation of the 7th house, not only in the D1 but in the D9 chart, is totally dependent over whether you are taking action towards that particular area or not. This have the capacity to give you the manifestation over that part. Even more important point, 7th house, if I told you, if you need to study whether the planets are posited in the first house of D9 or not. Because what is going to be happening when the planets are going to be posited in the first or the 7th axis, this is going to create a congestion in your chart. And because of that congestion, this can create suffocation. It means there is no any emptiness, or there is no any like room or space left up there for breathing actually. So with the Mars, sometimes the over excessive thing, it may be overindulgence in some sexual activities, overindulgence towards addictions, or any sort of impulsiveness, impulsive behavior, or maybe doing things on very rapid and very fast manner, because Mars's energy is going to be very irresistible up there. Now if your partner is incapable to like follow the same pace, it become very difficult for you. On the other hand, I will tell you, if suppose you are having Mars up there and your partner is with Mars ascendant, or in his or her chart Mars is very strongly posited, and that is going to be there, I will tell you, because we have the capacity to look and check the destined spouse by looking into this graha, and second is the concept of tithi, okay. So through which we can easily check and determine up to 95% whether she is going to be destined spouse or not. But if you are having Mars prominently in the 7th house, it means that is going to be predominantly in your partner chart. It may be Lagna, or it may be some sort of dominancy of this graha. Now that have the capacity to match the pace of both husband and girl. But I will tell you, if the Mars is very weak in other partner chart, it's becoming very difficult for other person to match up your speed. And that sometime going to may slow down the growth, okay, and sometime this might going to rapidly fast up the growth as well. Now slowing down is not even a bad thing, because what is happening, the sense of enjoyment which you are going to take is only going to be coming when you are slowly enjoying things together. And that is the reason with this Mars actually in this house, these people go through multiple set of failed experiences, relationship experiences in their life, because that is actually the energy of Mangal which is getting dissipated. And then after certain maturity ages, maybe sometime at the age of 28, 30 to even sometime 36 as well, this Mars tend to create a more stable energy up there, where they have the capacity to go through or continue their marriage bond with one particular partner. But in the initial stages, it's going to be very chaotic kind of a Mars, okay. So I hope you have gained some deep insights in this video with me. If you are having any queries, any consultations with regards to your Mars placement, you can please contact me at my email ID. If you require any marriage, business, spiritual, business consultation, do let me know. I will try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Till then, feel free to subscribe my channel below. Make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. And follow me on Instagram. I'm going to meet you very soon in the next video. Till then, bye-bye and Hare Krishna.